What do we learn from the Barb Hart incident about the elementary schools in Blue Valley? Barb Hart taught in Blue Valley for 25 years. She was not new to teaching. She was not new to Blue Valley. That means her mentality and her approach to teaching and her approach to students were long established. That means she had been behaving in the same manner for a very long time, and there are many other teachers like her in Blue Valley. In light of all that, let's see what we can learn from Barb Hart's case. Lesson 1. Teachers can easily misrepresent students and school incidents to parents. Barb Hart caused the student to have a meltdown and humiliated him in front of the entire class. But she easily led parents to believe that it was the student who was causing trouble, and she helped the student to overcome a meltdown, and she was comforting and nurturing to him the whole time. If it was not for the two other adults who were present in the classroom, we would have never known the truth and would have had to take Barb Hart's words for anything that happened in her class. Lesson 2. Teachers can abuse their positions of trust and manipulate parents. They can even incite a parent mob to push their personal agendas. As parents, we respect teachers, trust teachers, and we assume everything they do is to make our kids better. But teachers can use this position of trust to manipulate us to push their personal agendas. It is really interesting that Hart supporters were so passionate, and apparently many of them had children in the same class. That means their children witnessed the whole incident, but the parents still blindly bought Barb Hart's side of the story. That means children weren't able to give their parents a detailed, complete account of the incident. That means you can rely on neither the students nor the teacher to figure out what happens at school. Lesson 3. Teaching has descended into behavior management. Instead of getting to know the kids, empathizing with them, and understanding the lived experience of them, teachers focus on compliance and behavior control. They just want an easy flock to herd. They want the kids to be quiet, listen, follow directions, and sit like a pod all day. And if a student does not, they do not care why. They do not care if the kid is scared, if the kid is stressed or depressed. They just want the kid to comply, no matter what. Like how Barb Hart dealt with the student. She has to assess him, so she will assess him, no matter what. She wants him to come back to the classroom, so he has to come back to the classroom, no matter what. Teachers do not know their students and don't want to know their students. And if something goes wrong at school, they blame students and their parents. For example, my son had a medical condition for a few months, and he had to go to the bathroom every half an hour during that time, and his teacher would send her aide after him to check on him in the restroom. And she would complain about his frequent bathroom breaks to the principal. So the teacher did not see a kid who had a medical condition. She just saw a kid who disrupted the class, a kid who undermined her authority by frequently leaving the classroom. And we are also to blame because we allowed him to do the same at home. What can be done? Surveillance cameras that do both audio and video recording must be installed in every classroom. The teacher shuts the classroom door, and after that, no one knows and no one can tell what goes on inside. There is no oversight or accountability. Barb Hart's relationship with the student was obviously toxic. It was too late to turn things around at that point. If there had been surveillance cameras in her classroom, Barb Hart wouldn't have been able to develop a toxic relationship with the student in the first place. That kind of pattern wouldn't have emerged. Also, when you have surveillance cameras, no one can misrepresent school incidents. There will be no he said, she said. Videos don't lie, and videos tell the full story, not just one side of the story.